This is a message for Joe Biden and the Democratic Party and Donald Trump. Well, Joe Biden, you've been in office 17, 18 months now, and the Republicans have already formulated the narrative that it's all your fault. Bottom line, it's all your fault. And to be honest with you, there's really nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? I mean, you made so many mistakes already with Afghanistan. That shit didn't go smooth at all. And I don't really blame you for pulling out of there, but you just fucked that up. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about the gas prices. You should sit down with Republicans, even if it just sounds good. Sometimes you got to make it sound good. Say, okay, let's negotiate. You know, if they're getting some oil from up in Alaska, whatever Republicans want to do, go along with it. You know what I mean? That way, that perception is they're perceiving that you're doing something. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to say this. I mean, god damn. I mean, it's simple. I mean, this is not really hard. You made a huge mistake by not incorporating Elon Musk into your administration. I mean, he could have electrified your whole federal force. I mean, he's the one that started this shit. Why would you pick a war with him? Now that he done bought Twitter, he gonna put Trump and everybody back on Twitter, and their narrative is stronger than your narrative. You got to remember, Joe Biden, 75 million people in America voted for Trump. You know what I mean? For you to be that dumb to know that understanding that they've been controlling the narrative for the last 20 years with Fox News. You've got to be smarter than that. Kamala, you need to get in his ear. I mean, say something. You know what I mean? He's losing the vote with blacks. Black people not messing with him. I didn't mess with Joe Biden from the gate. But between him and Trump, I had to go with Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Because he been running for 40 years for president, and we haven't put him in office. You know what I mean? That's facts. And as far as Trump just sitting up there. I mean, I don't know why he ain't been indicted. He literally had this man on tape admitting that he did everything. January 6th, he did Ukraine. He fucked all that shit up. And y'all got him on tape. He should have been indicted. I don't even know what you waiting on. He's a civilian. You're going to wait too long would be when he become a candidate, then you ain't going to be able to do nothing to him. Because then it's going to look like you hating on him. Man, you got to be smarter than this, man. You got to be smarter than this. You cannot let Trump outsmart you. Okay? And as far as you look lame. You're not doing anything. You know, people are paying in California, $6, $7 a gallon. I mean, and you haven't did nothing. Zero. Even though it may not have been your fault. Because gas prices and inflation, we understand why gas prices are what they were. Okay, nobody drove the 2 years Trump was, the last 2 years he was in office. Because the whole country was shut down because he knew about the virus. He didn't tell the people. Okay, and then 500,000 people lost their lives while he was in office. You know what I mean? He knew that the virus is 5 times worse than any other virus could ever be. He knew that, and he did nothing. I get that, but he's still controlling the narrative. And y'all letting him do it, and you got the White House. You should be doing press conferences every single day to that narrative change. That's a fact. Right now, the Republican Party, even though they voted, okay, no on everything, number one, then that's not nothing normal. They did that when Obama was in office. But while you have control, a little bit control over the House and the Senate, y'all got to do something, man. I'm telling you. And we know the two Democrats, you know, they sanctioned Build Back Better or whatever. But that doesn't give me the excuse that you could be doing something every single day. Because in about 5 more months, they're getting ready to take one of them houses. Whether they take the Senate or the House, they're taking one. So after they take one, what are you going to do? What's the plan then? You're not going to be able to get anything done. Everything has to be done by executive order for another 2 years. Then after that, they're going to have the election of 2024, and you're going to lose. You're not strong enough to beat Trump. So what you should be thinking about, what's the strongest Democrat that we can have put in place, whether that's Bernie Sanders or whoever it is, where we could beat Trump. Because you might have to step down, to be honest with you. And then you should do it for your country, Joe Biden. You shouldn't let your ego and all that get in the way. You should step down to whatever Democrat that's strong enough or independent that's strong enough that can beat Trump. And that's the bottom line. And that's the only play you're gonna have pretty soon. And right now, I'll be trying to take back that narrative. And right now, I'll be taking it back. I'll sit down and work with the Republicans. They want to work on gas, sit down with it, and we'll work on something with them. If they want to drill, we'll drill. We know it's going to take 24 months or maybe even 3 years for that to even happen anyway. So just sit down with them and act like you're going to do it. And then, act like you didn't do it. Start it. It ain't like you're going to finish it. Because once you get back in office, man, you cancel that shit. You know what I mean? But you got to think smart. All this trying to do it like the book and do it like when Reagan was in office and how he sit down with Tip O'Neill and all that's history's over with, dude. You got to look at the new narrative. You had all these black people come out and vote. Now, black people are picky because this not going to affect damn near 80% of the black people anyway. Because this world revolves around money. Okay, a lot of money. A lot of black people ain't got the money that they should have. So it's not going to affect them anyway, no matter who's in office. But if you want them to come back and vote for you again, which I'm hearing, I'm black. I'm hearing from other black people that's Democrats saying they ain't fucking with you. So the Republicans ain't fucking with you. And the way they work, they all work in sync. And y'all Democrats, y'all messed up. Y'all messing up, man. That's why I think African Americans, we need our own party, man. We need to just go independent. Separate ourselves from both of them parties and make them do what we want them to do. If they want our vote, they got to earn it. That's what we should do. As a whole, all Democrats that are black, we should switch and just go to independent and make the parties promise us, and if they don't deliver, vote their ass out. That's power in the vote. And that's a fact. I don't know what's going on. I say, but Joe Biden, man, that narrative that's out. I'm listening on social media every single day, bro. And I got black folks who was on your side saying they're not going to vote for you. And they don't even care about Trump getting back in office. That's what's so scary. You know what I mean? I know what's going to happen. I understand politics. And I understand what Trump is trying to do to this country. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's all has to do with that education. They're going to strip those books, too. Critical race theory is something that they pulled out their ass, and they're going to run that narrative on you, and they're going to win a lot of seats behind that stuff. You know what I mean? And y'all have to be smart enough to counter it. If you can't counter it, you're going to lose, man. You're going to lose big, huge. Big Rich. Y'all think about that, man, what I'm telling you. I mean, what's real is real, and what's fake is fake. Give me just my opinion, Big Rich. Love you.